What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Doom's Device Gaming. Today we've got a really interesting deck for you here. We've got some Punk, some Gold Pride, some good stuff. We're here with Mr. The Average Gatsby, and he got first place, ain't that right?
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun. We got to play a mirror match, we got to play against Branded, and then of course we got to play against generic Red Eyes. So very casual locals, but sometimes there's a lot of pretty tough cookies here. So
absolutely, man. Hey, you ready? Want to get into the deck profile right away?
Yeah. So
let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and break this apart a little bit differently, but I will go ahead and start with the Punks. So we'll start with 2 Foxy and 1 Ogre. The logic behind this is basically Foxy. I have already enough Foxies, but I probably should be running 3. I wanted to cut it close to 40, and I think this list right now is 42 cards, which is the magic number, so 42. And 1 Ogre Dance, again, it's just something that I was running 2 of, cut it down to 1 because I'm trying to get down card count wise. Next up, obviously, Triple Xiamen. This card is your 1 card starter. Then we have 2 Deer Note. A lot of people actually say 1 Deer Note is the sauce. I really just like having that extra opportunity to get into Deer Note, and it definitely comes up. Same thing with Sharkusai at 2. Sharkusai at 2 definitely comes up more than you'd like to admit. Getting 1 off of the search and then just being able to kind of use that field spell and keep this on board rather than having to waste away like a Deer Note effect or something. It's just a really nice thing to have 2 copies of. Then of course you're going to have your Wagon and your Spider. There's really no reason why you shouldn't be running 1 and 1 of each. And then of course you have your search targets for Wagon. You have 1 Jam Session. I had 2, but this format is really hand trap heavy, and so it's actually more reasonable to just be running 1. And then of course Dangerous Gabu. Dangerous Gabu could actually also be the Nashiwari Surprise. Reason why we went with Dangerous Gabu instead is because there's a lot of cards that float in this format, and sometimes just negating it is good enough. It does increase your life points, which did kind of bite me in the butt in the mirror match, but otherwise this is a really good card. There's really no wrong choice when you go to that. Of course, we do have a single Ghost Ogre and a single Psychic Tracker. These are your searches off of your Synchro level 8, the Gem Dragon Drive. And so, yeah, that's going to be most of that. Now we're going to go into kind of... Oh, sorry, this is also Punk. Triple Emergency Teleport. This card should probably have stayed at 1, but I'm really glad Konami wanted to advertise the Punk archetype. So, Triple Emergency Teleport. Next, we're going to go into the actual Gold Pride stuff. Triple Leon, Triple Carry, and then 2 Nitro Head. The idea behind this is basically that your Leon is the card you always want to see. Your Carry is the card that you sometimes want to see because it gets you your free trap card that gets you into your Leons. And then your Nitro Head is your way into getting into some bigger plays, which I'll explain a little bit later. Trying to get this all in one take. Next up for your Carry, I only have 1 Start Your Engines. I actually was on 2. It did come up, and this does feel really nice to draw in your hand, because sometimes you just don't need to summon Carry, and you can discard it off with Foxy. But I did kind of cut back down to 1 because I'm having a hard time staying at 40 cards, so...
Also not once per turn?
Also not once per turn. Kind of insane, but I did go ahead and just keep that at 1. I'll save these 3 for a little bit later, but I will say that these are going to be your Branded Bestial, hand traps of the format. Branded Bestial is just incredibly strong right now. I definitely would suggest packing some Ablos, because Ablos is pretty much a free GG if they don't have anything past Branded Fusion. Triple Nibiru, I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I really like this card in some matchups, but it does kind of feel a little clunky in hand. There's been multiple times where I've considered maybe just getting rid of this card, and that's probably wrong. This is probably a card that you need to keep in your deck. It also hits a lot of rogue decks really hard, but this is probably kind of just do what you want. One of the guys who was playing this up here was doing Gamma. He was playing Gamma, and I think that's probably a really good option as well, but Nib is what I ended up ultimately going with. Triple Impermanence, because everyone has Thrust, or everyone should have Thrust. So this is probably the actual best card in hand trap, but Ash Blossom is just really strong. And then, of course, the one of, because Konami just, I don't know, man. What's going on, Konami? I will go ahead now and reveal the 3 secret cards. Oh no, it's Triple Fenrir. This deck is unplayable without Triple Fenrir. Okay, so look, this is probably Cope, but you could also do this with Unicorn. You could do Triple Unicorn and Birth. So you just save yourself $150 right there. Or you could potentially run just like generic level 7s. You could run Pinkertops, you could run Guan Yun, the Ancient Warrior card, you could use. Even Wandering Griffin Rider is still illegal. So there's plenty of level 7s. The main reason why I run Fenrir and why Fenrir is the best is because it's a level 7 that recycles your hand, and so that's what gets you to your discard fodder for Foxy. Otherwise, look, man, P.U.N.K is at 1 for a reason. The card's really good. I would highly suggest using it. Really, the only reason why this card is even in here is because everyone's favorite card that's getting a reprint next box, I think. So definitely consider getting some level 7s. This insulates your plays from all of those players playing Nib. But I am going to go ahead and get into the extra deck now. I'll start with the Link Monsters first. Nitro Blaster, this card is really funny. It's 2 different levels. This card will be good when we actually get more names, main deck names. And we're already going to get some for Cyberstorm Access, so if you're looking at picking up this deck, I pick it up sooner than later because the prices are probably going to go up. IP Masquerena, I didn't actually go into this card today, but when I was playing for the sneak peek, I went into this card a lot, because obviously if you see IP, you know that Unicorn is in the Steed, and then of course, if you have Unicorn on board, you know access code is probably right behind him. Unfortunately, they are all darks, and so even the Gold Pride Link monster, it's all dark, so you do only get 1 pop, but hey, it's access code, baby. So, of course, 1 Rising Carp, this should probably be 2. Kashtira with Diablosis is really frustrating, and until Diablosis becomes banned, because it's the only Kashtira card that's actually worth like doing that to, this card probably should be at 2, but I like living dangerously, I guess, and I'll just run it at 1 for now. So now I'm going to kind of split this up to the cards that are actually useful, and then the tech cards. Actually useful is Amazing Dragon. I have the second one of these coming in the mail. This card is absolutely living up to its name. I would suggest running 2 even, because this is the card that you can actually go into off of your Leon and your Nitro head. And so, yeah, you can get to this even if you don't have Sharakusai access. Psychic and Punisher, this card basically just reads, can your opponent get over this big bungus? And if they can't, they're going to have to pass turn to you eventually. This card is probably also necessary. I'm really glad it went down in price, but it is still a little bit pricey, so if you're not wanting to run it necessarily, I don't know, maybe you run more Amazing Dragon, but this is still something I would really highly consider running. Trishula is a really great card just because you can get Psychic Tracker off of your Ogre, or off of your, your Jam Dragon Drive, and so this is just going to be another way to actually get some stuff to banish out. Same thing with, oh, nope, not that one. Oh, right. I have another card that's actually in the mail. It's the Navy Dragon Mech. That card is really insane. It basically reads, your entire opponent's board loses their effects. So if I wasn't running Trish, I'd be running that. And I'd probably still run both because sometimes banishing 3 is insane and sometimes blanketing a board is even better. Of course, if you're playing P.U.N.K, you're going to be playing Jam Dragon Drive. The fact that this card can search Ghost Ogre as well as searching Psychic Tracker, this is just pretty much crazy. And then, of course, we have Star Leon. Some people were running this at 2. I'm running it at 1. Something I didn't know until today is that the attack gain on this card is permanent. That's right. So once this goes up to like 4,400. The biggest I got it today was 5,600 by targeting a 3k attack monster and then having the Psychic Tracker giving it an extra 600 attack. 56 plus 24 is exact lethal, so pretty funny.
Often made with carry as well, boosting it even more that way too.
Absolutely. Banish the 3, gain 15, goes up to 35.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and that's permanent as well. Stardust Charge Warrior is a tech card. This is just a level 6 that draws you a card to get some more plays. Goyo Guardian is, it's just saucy. I mean, play Edison. If you don't play Edison or don't know what Edison is, go look it up. Go to edisonformat.com. Edison is a fantastic format, especially for new players. I always support all formats. And then, of course, Barkion. Barkion is your defense against the dark arts. This is no more evenly matched. Please don't evenly match me. For the love of God, don't evenly match me. You love Barkion. And then Draco Berserker the Tenyi. I didn't actually play this today. This is kind of a remnant from the last format where everyone was playing Chillment. But this is a really cool card that you can go into as well. Next up, we'll go into the side deck. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's just triple Lightning Storm. I'm only running 2 Book of Lunar Eclipse because I only have 2, and I was kind of expecting Kashtira, but people are kind of not playing it as much as I thought they would. Harpy's Duster, because in the event that Barkion isn't enough for your Labyrinth matchups, Duster might. And then triple evenly matched. Triple evenly matched hits just everything. It really does. This card is probably not okay to have in the game, but whatever. I'll use it and abuse it as much as I want. Now, this is actually kind of saucy, and something I really liked was triple Cosmic Cyclone and triple Solemn Strike. The strikes could be Judgment. When I was playtesting this, Judgment kind of reduced my life points a little too low, so I like the controlled burn of Solemn Strike. And then Cosmic Cyclone is Cosmic Cyclone. This is just a really great way to, like, again, get rid of that back row. In the mirror match, opening up 2 Solemn Strike and a Fenrir was enough to shut down my opponent, just because I'm going to get down 3,000 life points right out the gate, and I have a Fenrir on board, and it reloaded my hand, so even if you get through the first Fenrir, I'm still on the second Fenrir. Again, Fenrir is not necessary, but, you know, it is Fenrir, so yeah, that's the deck. If you have any questions on how to play it, I would say check out the Gold Pride Discord. There's plenty of people there who would love to help you. Otherwise, it's the average Gatsby 6600 on Discord. And, you know, I'm always down to show new players how to play the game and give them a little bit of theory. So, hope it helps.
Cool, man. Hey, thank you so much for showing us this deck. I gotta be honest here, one of the reasons I did it is because I kind of want to get some ideas on the text. So I've been playing the deck, but yeah, I'm definitely might steal some of your ideas. Anyways, thank you so much. Go sub to this dude. His channel's awesome. Follow me on Twitch too, right? Is the same one?
Oh yeah, Twitch would be at and then Verage Gatsby, so VERAGE Gatsby. Yeah, because I can't get average Gatsby on Twitch or Twitter. Twitch, it's the average stream, though, if you're interested.
Nice. All right. Hell yeah, go follow this man. He's got streams Yu-Gi-Oh!, streams other games too, a bunch of different stuff. Right, dude, sub to him. He's cool. All right, peace out.